Hi guys, Fired Up Jim here, Fired Up Prepper, and I'm out here with Ethan and Logan again. Hey, say hi.
Hi.
We're out here at White Rock Lake this time. Gonna do some magnet fishing, but we're kind of looking at all the fish that are hanging out around here. I've never seen it before. You can see, if you even if you look up the stream, guys, look, you can see them coming. They're swimming over by the falls over there. See, you have the break. See where the water comes out of the main lake up there, guys? Where it comes through the wall? Up to your right, up to your right. Those two little square areas, kind of. And the water flows down. Lots of waterfall around, but we were just looking at all the fish. And a lot of turtles too, of course. But man, there's some good sized fish. I can't tell if they might be carp, I think, or carps and drum, I'm not sure, but there's a lot of them. You guys excited about going magnet fishing?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go do it. Hi guys, Fired Up Jim here, Fired Up Prepper with Logan and Ethan. And we had a couple small finds. We found a battery that had a 7-Eleven logo on it, a D-size battery. What else did we find? A spark plug,
Yeah.
and a couple nuts, like 1/2-inch nuts. And I just pulled up this chair, camp chair, sporting chair, whatever, fishing chair. That's the first one I've ever got like that. So I thought we'd get that on videotape. It took a couple tries, didn't it, guys?
Yeah. I can't put it on.
All right, well, just wanted you to see that. Fired up. All right, guys, it's Fired Up Jim and Ethan and Logan, two of my grandsons out here at White Rock Lake today, and Ethan just had an awesome find. So was that about your third or fourth throw, I think? Third throw. And he's got an old wooden handled knife. The handle's almost all corroded off it. Hold it still.
Okay.
And then there's actually even a nut on there. There's a fishing lure right there, that yellow jig head. So is that probably one of your best finds, Ethan, that you've ever found?
Yeah.
All right. What do you say?
Bye. Thank you. Fired up.
Fired up. All right. We'll show you the next ones.
Look at it.
Hi, guys. Fired Up Jim here to Fired Up Prepper with Ethan and Logan again. Look what we found.
I hooked onto it.
Actually, Ethan hooked onto it with the magnet and couldn't pull it up.
It's too heavy.
So I threw the grappling hook right down here and it immediately hooked onto it. I think it's one of those pay-as-you-go bikes. So we're going to pull it up and we'll let you know. Fired up. Hi everyone, Fired Up Jim here, the Fired Up Prepper, and I got Ethan and Logan with me. We just finished magnet fishing. The police have been called. Yes, the police have been called.
We're good.
Why, Ethan?
We're good people.
We're good people. We didn't do anything wrong, did we?
We
Are we trying to do something right, Logan?
Maybe.
We're trying to do something right. Guess what? We found our first firearm magnet fishing. We found a Revolver, Smith & Wesson. We got all the numbers on it. It's really corroded. The handle is, like, on one side is totally missing. Actually, on both sides it's missing, isn't it, Ethan? Wink, 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 wink. You know what that means? There's a secret. So anyway, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
think it's probably a 40 caliber. I don't think it's any bigger than that. But we're over here at the 7-Eleven. We ran out of water, so the boys were getting thirsty. And actually, I was getting thirsty too, getting hot. It's supposed to be 95 today. And so we're waiting for the police officer to show up so we can turn this gun in. I mean, if he tells us to keep it, fine. If not, That's cool too. We'll turn it
Yeah.
in. It's all about
He says
it's
he-
all about the hunt, the treasure, the find, and all that. And we'll turn it in. You never know.
Wait.
Our first revolver. We also. What else did we find today, guys?
A bike.
What kind of bike? Rent to own, rent to ride. We found a rent to ride bike. Ethan snagged it with the magnet, couldn't get it up, and I put the grappling hook on it. And we pulled it up. And then we found a, what else did we find? We found a camp chair, and we actually brought it with us. It's in excellent condition. Just needs to be hosed off. It works. We had it spread out, let it dry out a little bit.
Also,
And we found a lot of stuff. Ethan found a steak knife.
it's mine. Wait. Also, if he says he's gonna get it, we're definitely not gonna take it. Wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah. Anyway, Logan, what's up, brother? How's that Gatorade? All right, Logan's got a lot to say. Busy with that Gatorade. Anyway, guys, the police have been called. They're on the way. We're going to turn in this firearm. We'll probably even make the news tonight, guys. We might have to watch the news. They might have the news department. We should call the news department and say, hey, we're magnet fishing down here. We have a famous channel on YouTube.
I got 800, 600 subscribers.
That's better than 10 or 20, isn't it?
Well, you're not that famous. There's more people who find more guns than you.
There is. Well, you have to start somewhere. That's our first one. But we found a bike today, a knife, a firearm, and a chair, and a bunch of other stuff. So we're done.
For me later.
Everybody say, fired up!
Light up.
Hi everyone, Fired Up Jim here, the Fired Up Prepper, here with Ethan and Logan, grandsons. These are today's finds, minus what? Oh, I forgot to show you that. That's our chair that we found. Anyway, very, very interesting day, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Minus the gun.
Minus what?
The gun.
What gun? The gun that goes with this handle, the firearm?
Yeah.
What brand was it? Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, okay.
We found a Smith & Wesson revolver. I can't speak. Easy for me to say. We turned it into the Dallas Police Department.
We good people.
But we kept a little souvenir because it was falling off anyway. So that's one of the grips. The other grip was non-existent. It was left in the lake. It's very, very soft and deteriorated. This is a lock that Ethan found on the walk up. Hold it up. He found that when we were walking up to the area, just on the ground. So that was a good find.
It's a key one.
I pulled this one up with the magnet right here, pretty corroded. Now this is to prove right here that what people will use for fishing. Here's a spark plug with fishing line on it. Someone was using that for a sinker. Here's a couple nuts. You can see they're tied together. Someone was using that for either fishing line or some kind of a fishing deal. Here's another nut with some fishing line on it. So people will use everything. Here's a regular sinker. So what else did we find today, guys? A bike. We found a Lime bike, one of the rent to ride, I guess you call it. And we called the company, gave them the location. Well, we actually, I think the company that we talked to was in India or somewhere. I could barely understand the guy. The connection was bad. But I gave him the information off the bike, and I gave him the lake we were at. I told him White Rock Lake in Dallas. So anyway, unless they have a last location on it or something like that, they're not going to know which side of the lake to find it on. But we left it out to where if they're really looking, they'll be able to find it. So, Logan, we never did figure out what this was, did we? Logan pulled this up. It looks like some kind of tool, like maybe it's got another piece that works with it, some prongs or some kind of needle nose pliers or something maybe. Ethan found this knife here, this steak knife. You can see the handle's all deteriorated. The other side is totally missing.
Stainless metal made in Taiwan.
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel
made in Taiwan. Show them the other side where the handle's missing totally. See? Full tang steak knife all the way back. What's the full tang mean? That the metal goes all the way to the back of the handle, right? Okay. So the bike, what happened was Ethan hooked it with the with the magnet. Here's our 550 lib pull magnet that we use, but couldn't get it to come up. So I used I roped up the grappling hook for the first time and used it, and we hooked onto the basket of the bike and we pulled it up. We tied it up to one of the pillars, and then we took some pictures and video, and then I pulled it the rest of the way out of the water. Logan pulled up this huge nail or screw or whatever it is there too, another one of those big nails. This piece here, this pipe, was on the magnet when the gun came up, and you'll see the pictures in the video that we did of the firearm. This right here is probably the weirdest lure. It's real rubbery. That had to be huge, but you can see they got the hook in there and everything, so they were using that as...
What about this?
That's the battery. This is actually the battery and the spark plug were the first two, my first throw, wasn't it? First or second throw of the day. I had
this
those.
one, and this one is second.
No, they came up together.
Oh.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they came up together. What else do we have? I found this pipe here.
We have all these nails.
You see all this fishing line. There's a couple more lures in there. I think this stuff was all hooked to the bike. I had to cut that off. Corona tap that.
Slimy roll.
And then, yeah, we already talked about the nails. So I think we got everything. It doesn't look like a lot, guys, but like I said, we got the camp chair there. We kept it. Just needs to be, it's in perfect condition. It just needs to be cleaned off. And then the
Gun.
the bike, we left it there for the company to pick up if they do. And we met the police department, Dallas Police Department, at the 7-Eleven. We had to go over there because we were hot. We had to get some drinks. Hey, Kofu. And they came and picked it up. So anyway, we had a good day, pretty epic day of magnet fishing. I don't know how you top that. A bike, a chair, a revolver, a real firearm.
I know.
A steak
gun.
knife. Huh?
A semi-auto gun.
What?
A semi-auto gun.
He says a semi-auto gun. So he's saying he wants bigger and better firearms to find.
I didn't say
so
I mean more people find more guns, but
you just never know what you're gonna find. You go out there and you find what you find.
life
So
is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're gonna get. That's exactly right. All right, fired up. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Get out there and do some magnet fishing.